Welcome back to Kingdom Come, Deliverance. And in the last episode, we came back to the mill to take Teresa out on a date. She's sleeping it off, so we're just going to take off. Anyway, good time had by all. And we're going to sneak out of here. Let's freshen up before we go. Guess I don't need to. I'm already clean. But I do need to get some armor on. I've got my regular kind of running around clothes. Let's put Bianca's ring back on. I don't remember taking it off. Put a helmet on. Let's see, we've already got our boots and our pants on. Put some hunter's gloves on. Let's put this armor on. We'll put, let's see, I think this reinforced mail's better than the mail. So we'll take that. And let's put this on. That goes underneath the chainmail, I think, or something, but... No, wait a minute. This one is 9. What did I put on? I put on 5. Let's put this 9 one on. Oh, it's shot. Never mind. Need to get that fixed or sell it, one of the two. Let's put these on, and that's good enough. Let's throw on our sword, our bow, some wounding arrows, and we'll go with that. Alright. Now let's jump on old Pebbles here, and let's take a look at our journal. Now, so we did do our courtship. We need to ask Teresa out again in a couple of days, so we're done with that for the time being. I can't stop thinking about that feisty girl of mine. I've got to see her again. So he's kind of smitten there. Twitter-pated, if you will. We're on Mysterious Ways. That's the main quest. And we need to find out more about Limpy Lubosh. And we need to talk to a priest about that. I'll have to ask around if anyone knows more about this Limpy Lubosh. Maybe I'll learn something useful. I should ask the parish priest about Lubosh. So those were the leads that I got. What is this? Kill the camp leader. Bandits have settled in the vicinity of Rattay and are plundering the region. There's a generous bounty. Okay, so that's just a bounty. Let's turn that off for now. We can take care of that when we've got nothing else to do. Yeah, let's head out. We're going to do this. So we're headed back to Ushitz. We're running as fast as we can here. This is fast traveling in this game. I can't remember if I've been to Lujechko. We're passing under a cloud. Wow, we made it quite a ways without being absconded by somebody. Somebody's always trying to take me out in the forest. Ah, here we go. Let's see what this is. Oh, another one of these guys.
I'm poor. Not a single grosh into my name. Please help me.
All right, hang on. What can I do for you? What seems to be the trouble? He's a beggar.
Please, sir, help me.
What happened?
What's happened to you?
I've walked all the way from Kuttenberg, but as you can see, I'm barefoot. My feet are frayed to the bone. Don't you have a strip of clean cloth for me, good sir, so I can swathe my feet at least?
Well, yeah, sure, no problem. Wouldn't you rather have some shoes, though? Yeah, let's see if we've got some shoes to give him.
Wouldn't you rather have shoes?
What do you mean, sir?
Just what I said. I'll give you a pair of shoes.
All right, hey, let's do this. Okay, so let's give him the ones that we'll give him these because those I might want to wear. Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I seldom meet such a good Samaritan. God shall repay you.
Anytime. Take care now.
Hey. there but for the grace of God go I. I've been in that situation. Alright. Onward we go. Let's see. We're getting close. We're almost to Talmberg, so let's just carry on there. I could have probably rode in from here, but we'll just fast travel it. We have arrived. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so from here now, we're going to have to hoof it. No, not that way, horse. Come on. Come on, Pebbles. You know where to go. You're smarter than I am. Alright, I stepped away for a moment because it was about a 5-minute ride. And we just had a lovely time riding through the forest. And we're coming in to town as we speak. Beautiful country. Alright, so we're looking for the town priest. So I think what I'll do is I'll ride up to the tavern. If I can find it. That's usually town square-ish. Is that the tavern there? There's a keg sitting out there. That's probably it. Let's just park Pebbles right here by the horse trough. And we'll go in and see what's happening here. First of all, we've discovered lodgings. I don't know what time it is. So, let's see. We're looking for the town priest. I wonder if that's on the map anywhere. Oh, that's probably the church right there. So it's right behind us. Indeed it is. Oh, look out for the horse to do. What's this? Baker. Okay, so this is the church. Right. Okay. Wow. At least looks like it's needing some repairs. But it's during the day, so I would imagine I would imagine that the priest isn't here during the day. Where would he be? Oh, is that the priest's house? What's that? Just a barn? Oh, geez, there's dead bodies everywhere. Okay, what is it? Oh my God, what is that? I don't know what that was. There were skeletons in there. Talk about skeletons in the closet. Now, I saw somebody walking around the building. Let's see. Back here, what's going on? Oh, here we go. Oh, I hate to interrupt his meal. Well, let's let him eat there for a minute. Let me just take a look around. Oh, who is this? Godwin's concubine? What the hell? Priests have concubines? Let's see if there's any food. I'm hungry. I got here just in dinner time, just at dinner time. Let's sneak back out. I don't know if I want to talk to her or not. Let's go talk to the priest. What is this guy? He's got a concubine. We'll just sit by him. Hello, sir. Can I ask you about Lubosh?
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Okay. Did you notice anything suspicious? Everybody else did.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubos don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This guy's kind of strange for a priest. Do you know what he was doing during the Neuhof raid?
Do you know what Lubos was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
He knows.
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows
What?
more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Oh, so he went into a confessional booth and told him. Well, there has to be some exception. Come on.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
Okay. You can't hurt him now. You could be condemning innocent people to death. Well, you know, he kind of knows that. Let's go with this one.
But Lubos is dead. You can't hurt him. But if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians. Worse than the murderer escaping punishment.
No one escapes punishment.
Well, he's a priest. Of course he'd say that. Yeah, do you have any word for me? Lubos was my only lead. What am I going to do now?
Father, Lubos was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Okay. So, what should we think about this feller? He seems kind of strange for There's the bailiff. He seems kind of strange for a priest. Let me go see if his concubine will talk to us. Oh, we'd have to lockpick it. I don't want to do that. Where'd she go? She locked herself in. Well, bummer. So, I guess we've got a priest. Hey, there's somebody up in the stockade. So we've got... Where did he go? Wow. He's quick. He finished his meal and just ran off. Oh, the door's open now. Oh, private. He locked his concubine in. He did. I mean, what is this guy about? So we've got a priest that wants to meet us at the tavern for a drink. I guess that's my kind of priest. Okay. Well, what do we do in the meantime? Let's go look at this guy in the stockade. That's kind of funny. What's he saying? Give the convict a drink? Why would I... Well... What's he in for it?
Good Christians, don't leave me to die. Give me a drink.
What, will I get in trouble if I give him something to drink? I feel bad. Let's give him some drinking water. Let's give him some wine, because I don't drink the wine anyway.
Thank you. Thank you 100-fold. You have a good heart.
Okay. Well, and here's the thing about wine. You know, they drank a lot of wine back in the day. The reason being the water wasn't any good. So they drank more spirits and stuff than they did water, because water was terrible. The water would kill you. I mean, they shit and piss in the water. You know, these people were animals. So, yeah. Let's see if we've got a codex we can look at here. Let's take a look. Churches, clothing and fashion, entertainment and games, food. Let's just see here. Knighthood training. Watermills, weapons, woods. Well, I was looking to see if there was anything that had to do with wine and stuff like that, but I didn't see anything. Let's go to foods and see what we can learn more about food. In the Middle Ages, whether at a village or the royal court, the foodstuffs used were mainly those sourced locally. Vegetables, primarily cabbage, onions, parsnips, turnips, beets, and garlic, and to a lesser extent carrots, celery, parsley, cucumbers, and melons. Legumes, peas, lentils, vetches, and beans. Fruit, apple, pears, cherries, and plums, and berries, nuts, seed, and cereals. Eggs, milk, and cheese were available all year round. Depending on wealth, availability, and the seasons, there was meat in venison, poultry, and fish. And from abroad, spices, fruits, and condiments, including saffron, dates, figs, nutmeg, pepper, sugar, ginger, and cardamom. Food was flavored with oil, vinegar, salt, honey, and herbs. The most popular kinds of food in the 14th and 15th centuries were thick broth soups, purees, and sauces for dunking bread in. The bread was rye with white bread, only available at court. During feasts, there were fish dishes, using herring, for example, roast meats, sausages, minced meat, and black pudding. Desserts were made with almonds, marzipan, sweet purees with fruit boiled in milk or with added cream, jams and preserves, baked, fresh, or dried fruits, and assorted cakes. In rural areas, gruel and porridge of various kinds accounted for the bulk of the diet. Meat was expensive, and hunting in the forest was prohibited. All game belonged to the aristocracy, which was mostly compensated for by eating fish. Many ingredients that are common today were unavailable in the Middle Ages, such as potatoes, tomatoes, sweet corn, peppers, and rice, which later made their way to Europe after the discovery of America or as imports from Asia. So, there you go. Not much to eat. Alright. Well, let's see what we can do. Let's just sit at the tavern for a while and we'll wait for the priest. Oh, there's the priest. Let's see what he's gonna do. Is he heading this way? I think he is. No, he's not. What's he doing? Is that an axe? No, that's a sword. What's he doing? A priest that has a sword? He's practicing sword fighting. Wow. Alright, let's give him another hour. He's a heck of a priest. He drinks and fights and has a concubine. There goes the concubine. Here comes the priest. All right, we'll give him a chance to get over here. I won't accost him until he's here. We'll just kind of wait right here. Here goes the concubine. They don't seem to travel together. Why is that, I wonder? Man, everybody's going in. Here he comes. We'll let him get a chance to get in there. Perfect timing. So 7 o'clock is evening. Yeah, he sits by her.
To the women, God bless them.
Alrighty, here we are. Ready to talk?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
All righty, well, I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
Yeah, well, they're gone.
They're dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
Yeah, it kind of was, yeah.
It was terrible.
I should have taken this uniform off.
We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels.
He still shook up about it.
They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
Well, he did, actually.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujit, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing.
To that.
What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Well, actually, this time they were telling the truth.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
You know, I suppose he's right, but...
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
One beer.
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret.
Right.
But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly
Entertainment.
a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail.
Oh, of
Tongue-lashing
course.
about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Oh, my God.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver.
Uh-oh, he's
They
getting
know
worked
no
up.
mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth. and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs.
Whoa, tell us what you really think.
Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Whoa.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Drink to everything.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation is completely different. Who preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor? Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
So you want to preach against debauchery? What are folks saying about that?
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundation.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Yeah, true.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe?
Of course they can. So you want to preach about this debauchery, huh?
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Well, that's pretty short to the point. So what do you think of this preacher anyway? We already know.
Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
I suppose so. All right, how about his teachings?
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
Yeah, because I can read now. Sweet. Well, okay, enough about this.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
I'd say that's a good plan.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Reached a new level in drinking, and I learned about the university. Oh my goodness. It's late in the evening. Here comes the tavern wench. Good food, good eats, good drink, good company. Oh, some gambling too. Oh! Henry just smacked the tavern wench. Oh, and he's in for a hug.
Enough of this.
Oh, here's the bailiff.
Bailiff, come on over here. Sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh, man. What a way to end the night, huh?
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, how'd I get into this? Help Godwin. Alright, well, who's that? Oh, my God. Come on, Henry, you can do better. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Where's Godwin? Where's Godwin? I'm supposed to be helping Godwin. He's down here. Okay, we're going to take on the bailiff, I guess. Oh, this guy just won't leave me alone. Alright, I guess we'll take on this guy. I'm so drunk I can barely see. Oh my God, I'm so drunk I can't see. Climb the bell tower. I'm supposed to climb the bell tower.
Right, Henry. Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dear.
What is it he's trying to do? What's he want to do in the bell tower?
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Is that the tavern wench?
Ringing wench.
Ah, wench.
This is wonderful.
It's just a bell. Oh my God.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Well, what's that?
Godwin, you old goat.
Henry. Oh my God, he's passed out on the floor in just his underwear. What's the priest doing? Oh my God!
The priest has
Oh God, close your eyes, Ethel.
Say, Henry, shall we take a little ride of our own?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't look. Well, I guess the priest was right. It's the climax of the evening. Now what? The priest is out bleating like a, like a sheep. Oh my goodness. So I guess I bonded with the priest,
Well,
huh?
I have to say that was a fine evening.
Henry. Oh my God, what what a sheep-eating grin. Oh, the headaches begin.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
What? Oh, no.
Stay on in my head. Oh, my guts.
Evidently, the priest can't hold his liquor.
What was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something.
Yeah, that you're a priest?
What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh, shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What?
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night.
A little
If
bit?
the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
how about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Well, there you go. That's all you wanted. Okay, the confessional seal isn't sacred anymore. We'll never get away with it. All right, but I can't guarantee the results. Don't piss him off by saying that. He'll change his mind.
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what will happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay, but wait a minute. The priest got to change into his clothes. I'm still in pajamas. Well, underwear. I got to put some clothes on here. Okay, so, let's see. What's that? Brown hose. Don't I have anything better to wear? Let's put the noble boots on. Red hose. No. Tight olive hose. There you go. We'll wear those. Do I have a different shirt? Or is that what I've got? Man, I gotta buy some clothes. I guess that's it. Better than being naked. Alright, let's catch the priest. Oh, this is gonna be a big mistake. Oh, look at the icons down below. That one. I'm still drunk. I can't walk. I got a hangover for sure. Holy crud. Oh, he's got a full house. The bailiff.
Look, he can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait. Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
a wink last night with all that clamor.
There's the tavern wench.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas.
Don't drop it.
Venerabiles a manus suas.
Jeez.
Hoc facite in meam commemorationem.
There's the tavern wench. Hi.
Brothers and sisters,
Poor Henry.
you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where by the grace of God was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Oh my God, here it goes. What the heck am I going to do? Henry. Okay, here we go. Begin the sermon confidently, okay?
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is. Boy, is it cheek.
Ooh, success. Okay, let's do it again.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
Ooh, good going. All right, hey, let's continue on harshly.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth
success.
that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
Well, shame. Shame upon them.
Yeah, you tell them. To sin is human. Let's try that.
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. And when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
You go, Henry.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
Whoa, Henry. Whoa, let's continue harshly.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself...
Success again.
Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
Whoa, Henry.
Fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
All right. Let's stick up for Godwin because we want him to tell us what he knows.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Oi! All honor to Godwin! Let him drink like one of us!
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Whoa, Henry. That was stirring. Uh-oh. Now comes the consequences. Did they like it or not? Uh-oh. Don't puke, Henry.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was. The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver tongue.
I suppose I'll never get to Prague. Told him nice.
Good job, Henry. Priest is off the hook, it looks like.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubos tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you,
well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened. And his conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall, too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
If anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Oh my God. What a night. And a day.
I enjoyed it last time.
After that, he wants to go see Teresa. Well, that's a story for another day.